Hello, 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 everybody. It's your girl, Dr. Kerrie, and I have a very special guest today, Vivianne Pearson. She is here for the live broadcast of More Than the Bag, and it's also called Meet the Speaker series. So I basically have taken a section of my More Than the Bag podcast, and I'm highlighting all of my speakers for the Women Investing in Real Estate Brunch. All right, that's going to be on October 22nd from 10 to 2 p.m. And so this is season 3, episode 14. And like I said, I'm calling this the Meet the Speaker series. So More Than the Bag. This is my podcast where I teach women of all ages to live abundantly, to live a full life, because a lot of women are not chasing the right bag. So I want to teach women how to chase the right bag. So if you have not seen or listened to season 1 or 2, head over to Apple, Google, YouTube, and catch up on those episodes, okay? So we have the Women Investing in Real Estate Brunch coming up October 22nd, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. I would love to see you there. And my special guest here, Vivianne Pearson, I'm going to allow her to introduce herself because she is an amazing woman and I don't want to miss anything, okay? She is a serial entrepreneur, and when I tell you, she is absolutely amazing. She has a good heart. Since day one of meeting her, I knew we were going to have a real connection, and we have ever since then. So go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us what you do.
Awesome. My name is Vivianne Pearson, as she said, but I definitely go by Vivi Pearson if you know me in the industry. Honestly, she nailed it. I mean, Dr. Kerrie, I'm going to call you Dr. Kerrie. Let's acknowledge it.
Oh, you are? Okay.
So I'm a serial entrepreneur. I always like to say real estate found me. Wasn't necessarily looking for it, as we've discussed, and I tend to start off with that. Serial entrepreneur, my background is prior military, was in the medical field as a PA specializing in orthopedics. A lot of people know me in terms of public figure for my beauty and fitness background and businesses as well. But real estate found me probably around 2018 when I was more so in the market for just knowledge for my investment portfolios. And I learned quickly that I don't like driving. So I was just like, you know what, let me have this, put it in my bag as a resource. I always like to say you definitely want your tools, right? Knowledge is power. And so I explored different options within the real estate and fell in love with loan origination. And from there, I haven't looked back since. I really pivoted completely in 2020 and got into the corporate side of things. And till end of 2021, kind of ventured out and went the commission route and loved it. And so I've been able to operate in my purpose in terms of serving others continuously in everything that I do. And it's just been a highlight for me to execute that in my role in the real estate industry.
I love it. And you do it so well because you always operate in excellence. You're always networking. You're always meeting different people. And that's what I love about you is you're not afraid to get out there. You're not afraid to do the work, And so a lot of people in the real estate industry, everybody thinks it's just so glamorous all the time. But behind the scenes, it's some hard work.
I always like to say, don't let social media fool you. Those little videos and lines or stuff like it just doesn't operate honestly that way. You have to put in the work. It's a full-time job, regardless whether you're networking, prospecting, because that's truly what it is, and getting your brand awareness out there. So it requires work for sure. It's not for the weary. This industry is not for the weary.
Nope, not at all. And so speaking of like your career, what really brings you joy about being a serial entrepreneur? You could talk about loans, you can talk about the beauty industry, whichever one you want, but what really brings you joy?
Serving others. I always like to say, even though I'm not in my uniform, my combat boots, it's part of my purpose. I know that's my purpose. And I like to substitute the word purpose with dash. A lot of people that communicates with me, that is the part of my dash, is to serve others, whether that's me being, and I don't limit myself. Yes, I'm in the real estate industry. However, I'm a speaker. I love to empower women. I'm a philanthropist at heart, right? Again, the beauty industry and et cetera. But I've realized the pulse for me in all those industries is that I get to pour into others. I get to serve them with whatever gift at that time is needed. right? I don't limit myself, but I operate in all my gifts. And so within that, I think that for me, I always say that's my return on investment. That's my high, right? When I get to whether help a client who's been working so hard, followed my game plan to get them into a property, whether that's 3 months or 6 months, but they put in the work, they trust and value what I had to say, and now they're at the closing table. That's priceless, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or whether or not I'm pouring into a young lady who needed my help and guidance, and whether that was her divorce or whatever the case is, if I couldn't serve her, I had a tool of resources that could.
Yeah.
And now she's on the other side and she feels empowered, right? Adjusting her crown, that gives me joy, and that serves as a whole different high for me, right? So it's just, again, service is my pulse. That's what I love to do. And that brings me joy when I can do that.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. And y'all, Vivi is going to be our mindset speaker, okay, for this event. Yes, she is in the real estate industry and all of that, but I really wanted her to talk about mindset because it's so important in investing in real estate. So can you talk like just shortly about how important it is, how important mindset is?
Mindset is powerful, period. It has the ability to break you or make you.
Absolutely.
What you believe in self, your self-talk, determines how you move, right? I think the saying is whatever you say you can't, you're right, you can't. Whatever you say you can, you can't. So speak life, because the tongue has the power to give you life or death. And for me, I'm all about speaking life into myself. Because if you don't start with self, how do you expect the exterior? How do you expect other people to pour into you or one, believe in you if you don't believe in yourself?
Nope.
Right. And so that's one of the key things that I definitely, encourage people is to get your mind right. Right. And then whatever it is that you have set forth for self, make sure it's in alignment with your purpose.
Yeah.
Because in terms of, chasing the bag, right? And we're talking about the right bag. For me, I realized that I wasn't looking so much for profit right away in my businesses. I was chasing my purpose. What fulfilled me, right? Because the minute I started operating, or if I felt I ever was only operating on profit, then I wasn't in alignment with self. Because if you truly do a self-assessment, if you operate in your purpose, that's a natural way for you to get a return on investment that will change into profit.
Absolutely.
Because I always say, I think, the saying is your gift will put you at tables and in rooms nothing else can. So operate in your purpose. Figure out what your purpose is and really hone in on that. It's game over. You're unstoppable.
Absolutely. Yeah. I love that. I really feel like that kind of answers my next question for you is give someone a piece of advice that would help them to be successful. Because I really feel like when you are chasing your purpose and you're not chasing money, my mentor always says, chase purpose, not money. Mm-hmm. Because when you chase the money, you're not always satisfied with the outcome and money will run out. But when you are chasing your purpose and you're using your God-given talents to do it, the success comes, the joy comes. So I kind of feel like you already answered that, but if you want to add a little bit more to that, you definitely can.
My biggest thing, if anything, whether it's a business, whether it's your current position, be selfless, right? Be selfless. Because when you start making it about you, you lose insight. Right? And again, that ties in with your purpose. But when it's bigger than you, it requires you to dream bigger. It requires you to move different, right? Because when I operate, what's my why are those two little individuals that look at me every day. It's bigger than me, right? I don't want to show up half the time. I can call my best friend right now. Cedar would tell you, she's like, girl, you got to do it. I said, yep, I do. Because sometimes it is hard. This industry is hard.
Yeah.
It requires effort. It requires work.
Yeah.
And so to show up every day, if I showed up, I'm a flesh. Okay.
Yep.
I am a flesh. If I decided like I'm good, I'm straight. Today, get what you get. Hey. But when I know that I am showing up for Tanaya and Caleb and for the generational curses that I plan and want to break and disrupt,
come on,
for change and wanting to impact others in a profound way to inspire hope, that's a game changer for me. I am up, or I am thinking of ways for me to improve self. Because again, like I mentioned, if I'm blessed, my prayer is that I pray that I'm blessed so that I can bless anyone that's connected to me. Okay. So again, bigger than me. It's not about self. And so if I can tell anyone any advice, tap into your purpose, but also tap into your sphere of influence.
Right.
Who's around you that you want to be better for? Who's around you that you want to show up for?
Yeah.
Right? That could be kids. That could be your partner. That could be your parents. That could be anyone. But find a why and tap into that, because that will drive you to evolve. That will drive you to let you know that you were not set for mediocrity.
Yeah.
That will push you to another level so that you can expand your territory for greater purpose. And so with that, I think that would be my biggest advice.
I love it. I love it. Find someone to do this for. Like, what is your why? I love that, because you're right. Like, sometimes we won't do it enough for ourselves, but when we have other people counting on us, it's a game changer, and it will get us up out that bed, and it will get us to work.
I'd be like, all right, I got this meeting. All right, okay. I'm calculating. I'm like, all right. When I get home, man, y'all just don't understand. I'd be like, oh, Jesus, that was a lot. But I did it. But you showed up. And I always say, even, when you show up when you really don't, that lets you know that you in it for the right reasons. You're in it for the right reasons. Because when you're down and you don't want to do something, when you do it, you feel better, you're inspired, you're motivated. Yeah. And you realize something happened throughout that day to let you know that you are walking the right path. Yeah. That you're doing exactly what you need to do.
Absolutely.
So, yeah.
So what was the last event you attended that you were glad you were in the room, and why?
Oh, man, let's talk about last Friday. All right, so my girl, Jamie, she is a phenomenal mindset coach in terms of she focuses on the strong friends, right? That's kind of where her business of coaching operates and stems from. And Friday, I had the privilege to go to, I believe it's Austin Women in Business. That's the group page. And it was a luncheon, and she spoke for about 20 minutes. I honestly felt attacked personally. When in that sense, she was telling the truth. Yeah. Like, you have to look at yourself in the mirror, because I always believe self-awareness is key. Well, self-acknowledgement and then self-awareness, right? Absolutely. And for me, I know everyone knows qualities that they need to improve on. That's a given, right? Mm-hmm. But whether or not your awareness monitor is on so that you can really acknowledge it, that's something else, right? Yeah. And so in that sense, I went into that room with an open spirit.
That's good.
And so I was ready to receive any and everything that she had to offer and say. And so when she was talking about self-audit, self-reflection, and understanding your habits, I was like, oh, okay. Mm-hmm. Setting boundaries, I said, oh, sis, you're getting close. I love her. It was amazing. In this season of evolution and expansion for self, and as I get ready to embark on a new chapter, turning a new leaf in life, these are things that I needed to hear. Mm-hmm. Because we have to be able to acknowledge and understand that If we don't evaluate or be honest with ourselves, how, again, like I mentioned earlier, how can we expect other people to be?
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Nope.
So
Yep.
for me, it was just beautiful to be in that space of like, all right, you know, I'm already working on these things, but it was confirmation, affirmation of like, yeah, you continue walking into that. There were areas when she was talking about boundaries. I was like, okay, I know I needed to improve on this. Let me tune up, right?
Yeah.
And set those hard lines of not every, and I always tell people, not all money is good money, right? And so you set your boundaries. And we're in an industry in terms of real estate or being an entrepreneur in general. The beautiful thing about us is that we can accept who we have in our orbit,
Yeah.
right? And so for me, I want to operate link arms and move forward with people with the right mindset, positivity,
Yep.
good vibes, operate in authenticity. And for me, yeah, you just have a good heart.
Yeah.
I love being around good people, servant people. And so within that, setting boundaries is what I like to do.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say yes to everything, and that's all right. And I'm okay with the no's too. And so being in that season of evolution and growth, it was wonderful to be in that space because it served as a reminder. It was just
Yeah.
like this. Hey, don't
Yep.
forget about that.
Yep.
Oh, I see you pivoting. I need you to get straight and get in alignment. Get in alignment because we have to do that sometime. And that's why, you know, even as you're about to do this brunch, it's just going to be a beautiful thing to be in a room with powerful women, but women like minded,
Yeah.
right? Because empower women,
Yep.
right? And so that's going to be a beautiful thing. And so that's going to be an event that I'm telling people you got to go, right? If you want to expand your territory, your knowledge, and your sense of, you know, what real estate really looks like and how you can start expanding for generational wealth, you want to be in the room. Get
Absolutely.
a seat at the table.
Get in the room. Get in the room. And that was the next question is why should women sign up for the Women Investing in Real Estate Brunch?
It's powerful. That's all I got to say.
Yeah.
It's going to be powerful because you saw a problem just from personal experience, and now you created a blueprint. And
Absolutely.
not just from your experience, but other women in business,
Yeah.
same industry, providing, I always like to say lessons, right?
Yep.
We learn. I don't believe in L's. I don't believe in losses. I believe in failing forward, right?
Absolutely.
And so with that, they are going to teach us so that we can avoid all the errors and mistakes. And now we have a blueprint. Now we have resources, someone that we can actually go to refer or even bounce ideas off of. And that's the beautiful thing because you know my pulse is collaboration over competition,
Yep.
right? And so these women are not like, hey, don't do it like I did. They're like, here's what I did, but I'm going to challenge you to sprinkle your own seasoning, your own sauce, and make it you
That's it.
so that you can move forward. And that's going to be a beautiful thing because when people think of yourself or myself, they see a leader. However, being able to be a great leader is also being able to be a student. And
Absolutely.
I can't wait to take that hat off because I'll be taking notes.
Period.
Because I'm going to learn as much as I can because I want to be able to create those generational wealths.
Yeah.
Options for my kids
Yeah.
or for the generation to come. And you know, I want to be my ancestors prayed for this.
Yeah.
And so let's disrupt it. Let's
Please.
start breaking the cycles and you know, do better. Because once you know better, you do better.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I just can think back to when God gave me the vision for this. And I was like, okay, we're gonna try this out. Like, this is not things that I like to do, but sometimes he makes you very uncomfortable. And when I started picking up the phone, I was like, hey, can you be a part of this? Hey, can you do? And everybody was like, yeah, sure. And then getting sponsors and things for the event and seeing how everything just lined up. And then I look at the entire lineup of these powerful women. It just fills my heart because we're not even there yet, but I feel the impact now. Like I know the women that are going to walk away from this event are going to walk away full.
Yeah.
All the speakers, all the panelists are going to walk away full from giving, but then also from receiving as well. And that's what it's about, is we all have to work together. I don't believe, just like you don't believe in the competition. No, we need to collaborate and we need to work together and help other women build that generational wealth, break those generational patterns, and create a whole new life for themselves. So I just know, and I feel it in my spirit, lives will truly be changed. Lives will truly be changed. I'm speaking that into existence now. So
it will.
Yes.
It's done. It's done. I mean, like you said, you're one, the panel, the people that you have already. And of course, you know, yourself, again, like I said, you saw a problem, Kerrie, and you wanted to solve it, and you created a platform so that other women in business, real estate, have an interest, or you, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
They can come into a room, sit at a table where they can get all the knowledge they need to be successful in whatever endeavor. And again, you do not have to be a real estate licensed personnel. Get in the room if you're considering investment. If you want to learn more about, you know, building a portfolio, get in the room, buy your ticket. And, you know, I'm going to go ahead and do a plug. But like, today's the last day for the Labor Day sale. Get it today. You do not want to miss out. This event is going to be amazing. And I mean, I've been praying about it since you presented it to me. I know it's going to be phenomenal. I know it's just going to be for a few hours, but those hours are going to be impactful.
Yeah.
It's gonna shake Lago Vista up like nothing before. And I'm super excited about it. I'm super excited. And, you know, again, from every person that's going to speak, to the people that are decorating, to the, you know, the catering, just
the food.
The
food.
I was really excited about that too.
The food. The food is going to be amazing. Like, if nothing else, I love to eat. Okay, so y'all gonna know this food's gonna be good. Okay,
it's gonna be phenomenal. So I just ask that, you know, we come in alignment, all right, and to know that it is bigger than us. We have to be in alignment to be able to pour into others. Absolutely. And these women are going to need us to, our mindsets need to be right, right? We need to do that self audit before we walk into that space. We need to be ready to be prepared to pour into other women, but in a profound way, and it's bigger than us. So I'm super excited. Thank you.
You're welcome, and thank you for your yes. Like, seriously, thank you for your yes, because you didn't have to say yes. You could have easily said no, but all the women, I got to say shout out to everybody that's on the panel, all the speakers. Thank you for your yes, because without y'all, this event wouldn't be possible. So y'all trusted in me, and y'all are going to change so many different lives. So I'm excited. So, Vivianne, how can people connect with you?
Absolutely. On IG, it's pretty simple. It's VMP Estate, Victor Mary Papa Estate with no S. And then, of course, my contact number, feel free to text me directly, 512-884-2117. I'd love to be of service anyway, whether that's home loans. If you have any questions in terms of philanthropy, I'm here and available to assist you. So, yeah.
Awesome. We got a shout out from Bobby Mack. Hey, thank you so much. Love her. Y'all, so if you want to come to the Women Investing in Real Estate Brunch, all you have to do is click the link in my bio, whether it's on Instagram or Facebook. We would love to have you. Today is the last day of the Labor Day sale. VIP tickets are $150 and general admission are $75. So grab your ticket. All right. You know, we're going to have an amazing time. It's going to be a lot of power and impact in the room. Get your ticket. Don't wait till the last minute, and don't wait till the second one. Be at the first one. Okay.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing.
Absolutely. And so this was an episode of More Than the Bag. All of my episodes are on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple, and Google. And then I just started doing a lot of videos. So YouTube is also another place you can find some of my episodes. I would love for you to check those out, season 1 and 2. And we are at season 3. So y'all go and check those out. You're going to be blessed. And this episode is sponsored by Thrivent. They are actually one of the sponsors for the event. I've been shouting out different sponsors as we go. know, again, this event wouldn't be possible without God, of course, but then also the wonderful ladies and my sponsors. So thank you so much. Y'all make sure y'all stay anchored with your girl on Instagram at Dr._Kerrie or on YouTube at Dr. Kerrie. All right. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, and we cannot wait to see you. Vivi, do you have any last words for anyone?
No, just operating your truth and operating your gifts and continue to do great things. Have a great one.
Awesome. Thank you. And then Vivi, you can stay on real quick. But everybody else, love y'all. Y'all have a wonderful evening.